I'm Dale Sundermann. I'm with the Family Advocacy Program and here to share with you Mental Health Awareness Month. It is in May, started in 1949, in which we were bringing awareness of mental health fitness. Now, what is mental health? Well, according to the World Health Organization, it's a state of well-being that encompasses 4 areas, right? Do you know your own ability to deal with challenges? Can you cope with the normal stressors of life? Can you work productively and fruitfully? And 4th, can you contribute to your family and your community? Now, there's going to be times in which we are going to find ourselves in a funk. In fact, statistically speaking, many of you are going to find yourself at some time in our lives, stuff is going to happen that's going to shake our reality so much, we're going to be depressed. Right? 80% of us at some time or another are going to experience a funk that mirrors a major depressive episode. And there is no reason we should be dealing with that on our own, especially if we're in the military. We have got so many great resources. I mean, and easy to access. From ease of access, if you're on base, you got access to base, you got access to the chaplains. Heck, you don't even need to leave your work environment to have access to your chaplains who like to wander around and move and mingle. And they have total confidentiality. You just share all the junk that's going on and share it and present that to the chaplains. Another resource that we have for ease of access is the military family life consultants. If your kids are at the CDC or the youth center, you can't get any easier than having a mental health family consultant right there. Easy access to address some of the issues. Few minutes, go in, talk with them, share with the challenges you've got with your kids if the challenges you have are with your children or with parenting. We also have the military family life consultants who are licensed mental health providers in the units. And they deal with these daily stressors and challenges and things that bring us down and put us in a funk. Workplace challenges, relationship problems at home, that's a great resource. Also, when we're talking about relationships, the Family Advocacy Program. We've got licensed therapists there that really want to focus on couples, couple communication, improving that relationship, and maybe in the challenges that we have with parenting. Sometimes your relationship just needs a referee for an issue or two. Right? When we start taking a look and you're finding yourself in a real funk and you're thinking, okay, so I don't think that a counselor is just going to be quite enough, right? This is when you might be talking to your medical provider. And if they identify that maybe medications are required, behavioral health optimization, we've got mental health professionals embedded with the medical unit. So maybe you just need to also follow up. You get medications, short-term funk, follow up a couple of sessions with the licensed psychologist or therapist in the medical unit. Also, we have the mental health flight. The mental health flight is filled with active duty military personnel that are licensed psychologists, licensed clinical social workers, and psychiatrists. And they're well trained and very skilled and knowledgeable about the experiences that we have because they too get deployed. They have many of the same challenges that we face in the workplace. And so that's another great place for us to use. Now, off-base resources, if you don't have access to and it's not easy for you to come on base and to use these resources, maybe as a spouse or a dependent, well, MilitaryOneSource is a great starting point. They've got a website where you can take a look at what are some of the counseling sources that you have. And kind of like the MFLC, they operate like an employee assistance provider where they've got a list of providers that you can go and see for basic issues that have you in a funk, and up to 8 sessions, maybe as many as 12. Then the next step might be TRICARE. TRICARE is following your medical insurance, right? Because you're thinking, well, this is an acuity issue. Myself or maybe my children are really going to need some serious help. Well, now we start taking a look at TRICARE. What psychologists, psychiatrists are covered in our local area, right? In TRICARE, also our spouses and dependents can collaborate with our medical providers, their PCM, to find a good fit in the community. Another neat hack that Johnny over at the EFMP had shared with me, go to Psychology Today. It's interesting. It's not just articles on pop psychology, but if they've got a resource list, you can go in and you can take a look who in the community provides services for insurance. What are my particular issues? And so like a good website, if you've ever used Amazon where you filter your choices, Psychology Today is a pretty good hack because they can filter your sources so you can get a list of providers that are covered by TRICARE that would fit the specific issues that you have. And when you're doing that, especially if the issues are with children or other challenges, have them involved in who they're selecting as a therapist. If you're in a funk, there's no reason in staying there. I mean, the military, we've got great resources, and we want everybody to be on top of the world and on top of their game so that we all have a high state of well-being. Mental health is good. We know our abilities. We can cope with normal stress. We can be very productive and fruitful at work, and we can contribute the way we desire to our families and our communities. Have a great day.